Most people know Andre Rieu as the man who brings magic to classical music. His concerts feel more like celebrations than formal performances. He plays with a smile, connects with his audience, and fills giant arenas with the sound of waltzes that make people want to dance, not just sit and clap. But behind that famous smile and the stunning sound of his 1667 Stradivarius violin is a personal story that very few people know. It's not just the music that makes Rieu special, it's what's behind the music that truly moves people. Andre Rieu was born into a musical family. His father was a highly respected conductor, and classical music was everywhere in his childhood. But while there was plenty of music in the house, there was very little warmth. Andre has openly said that he can't remember ever being hugged by his father. That small detail says a lot. Growing up in a home that expected perfection but didn't offer emotional support left a mark on him. There was no space for affection, only rules and discipline. Instead of feeling loved, he felt distant from the people closest to him. But what could have turned into lifelong emotional coldness became something else entirely. Andre didn't let those early years define him in a negative way. Instead, he found a way to express everything he felt through music. The violin became more than an instrument for him. It became a voice. Through it, he shared emotions he wasn't allowed to show as a child. Joy, sadness, love, and longing, all the things he had to keep inside, started coming out through his performances. This is why his concerts feel so human. When Andre Rieu plays, it's not about showing off skill. It's about sharing feelings that words can't describe. He took that childhood silence and turned it into sound. The kind of sound that makes people feel something real. His music isn't just beautiful, it's meaningful. You can feel the emotion behind every note. And that's because Andre uses his music to give people what he missed growing up. Connection, warmth, and joy. He makes sure no one feels alone when listening to him. That emotional generosity is what makes his performances unforgettable. One of the biggest reasons Andre was able to transform his pain into something beautiful is because of love. Not just love for music, but love for a person, his wife, Marjorie. Their relationship is one of those rare partnerships that feels both strong and gentle at the same time. They met when they were young and have been together ever since. But Marjorie isn't just his wife. She's been his emotional anchor and the quiet force behind his success. Marjorie brought something into Andre's life that he never got as a child: emotional safety. She gave him the kind of love that heals old wounds. While the classical music world can often feel stiff and serious, Andre's concerts are filled with warmth and laughter. That change didn't happen on its own. It's a reflection of what he found in his relationship with Marjorie. She showed him that music could be more than perfect. It could be personal. Their bond gave his music a new shape. When he's on stage, and you see that smile or hear the way he holds a note just a second longer than expected, it's not just technique, it's feeling. And that feeling comes from real love. Love that has lasted for decades. Marjorie's presence in his life is quiet, but it's powerful. Without ever standing in the spotlight, she's helped create the emotional space Andre needed to become the artist he is today. Most people never see her, and that's exactly how she wants it. Marjorie values privacy. While Andre is traveling the world and performing for huge audiences, she stays away from the cameras. But don't be fooled by her quiet nature. Her impact on his life and career is huge. She made the decision early, to avoid the public eye so they could protect the part of their life that truly matters, their relationship. Her choice to stay private isn't about hiding. It's about keeping something sacred. And that balance between public success and private peace is one of the reasons Andre has been able to stay grounded. Fame can be overwhelming, but having a partner who stays steady through it all is rare. Marjorie is that steady presence. She doesn't need applause or attention. Her support is quiet, but constant, and it's exactly what Andre needs to keep doing what he loves. But Marjorie's role in Andre's success isn't just emotional. She played a very real part in building his career. In the early days, when money was tight and dreams were big, Marjorie took on the financial responsibilities so Andre could focus on music. That kind of sacrifice is not small. She believed in him enough to carry the weight while he developed his art. That belief was not only emotional, It was practical. Later, as Andre's career grew and things became more complex, Marjorie stepped in again, not just as a supporter, but as a manager. She helped organize tours, manage finances, and take care of the kind of details that can overwhelm any artist. Her clear thinking and smart planning made it possible for Andre to stay focused on what he does best. Many people only see the concerts, but behind every one of those performances is a woman making sure everything runs smoothly. What makes this even more impressive is that Marjorie never tried to take credit. She wasn't doing it for recognition. She was doing it because she believed in their shared dream. The systems she put in place early on are still the backbone of Andre's company today. That's not just supportive, that's leadership. And Andre knows it. He has said many times that he wouldn't be where he is without her. There's another part of Marjorie's influence that fans might not know about, and it had a major impact on Andre's style. One day she shared her father's old record collection with him. Her father, Edgar Kochman, had fled Berlin in the 1930s to escape the Nazis. He had saved a collection of romantic and elegant waltzes, music that was emotional, rich, and deeply human. When Andre heard those records, something clicked. He realized that classical music didn't have to be rigid or formal. It could be warm, it could make people feel something simple and beautiful. Those old recordings helped him reconnect with why he loved music in the first place. They reminded him that music wasn't about showing off. It was about touching people's hearts. That shift changed everything. Inspired by those records, Andre began to shape a new sound, one that respected tradition, but also reached out to people in a more emotional and open way. His performances became more theatrical, but also more sincere. He wanted people to smile, laugh, and maybe even cry during his concerts. And they did. Because he wasn't just playing notes. He was sharing feelings. That small moment of Marjorie, handing him those records, became one of the most important moments in his career. It brought him back to the kind of music that speaks directly to the heart. And it gave him permission to be the kind of artist he truly wanted to be. One who connects with audiences on a human level. When people talk about Andre Rieu's success, they often focus on the big things, his global tours, his famous orchestra, and the way he brings classical music to millions. But the real story is much more personal. It's about a man who took the emotional silence of his childhood and turned it into music that makes people feel seen, heard, and comforted. It's about how love, both given and received, can transform pain into beauty. And it's about a partnership that proves you don't have to be in the spotlight to make a lasting impact. His legacy isn't just in the notes he plays. It's in the way his music makes people feel. It's in the smiles of the audience, the tears during a soft melody, and the joy of hearing a waltz that feels like home. All of that comes from a very real place, his own need to feel connected and to offer connection in return. Music became his way of saying everything he couldn't say as a child. And thanks to Marjorie, he found the strength and support to say it loudly and clearly. Andre Rieu's story is more than music. It's about emotional courage, personal growth, and the quiet power of love. It shows how a person can take something painful and turn it into something healing, not just for themselves, but for millions of others. His concerts may end after a few hours, but the feelings they create last much longer. If this story moved you or gave you a new perspective on Andre Rieu's music, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more inspiring and human stories just like this one, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for spending this time with us, and we'll see you in the next one.